在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂的 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂的 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂的 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。 在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己
Hello and welcome back. Right now we're on to the next game of this MPL 2017 Mobile Legends Professional League. This time we're gonna see TeamSaiyan, Super Saiyan against AoD, and Super Saiyan being one of the top squad in Malaysia is fighting off against AoD, who's now striving and maybe a little bit shaky in this tournament to fight against them. So guys, what are your opinions on TeamSaiyan against AoD? Put it down on your comments on the Facebook live chat there, as well as the YouTube live. Again, Mobile Legends Professional League is brought to you by EGG, Moontoon, as well as Astro. I'm here at Mass and my co-caster Sudo. So Sudo, what's your opinion on Saiyan versus AoD?
I think this is going to be quite a straightforward match. You are going up against the top team in Malaysia here. Unfortunately, they don't have all full 5 members of their main squad. They are using a reserve here. So Hawkeye is not going to be playing this match, which should throw a little bit of a wrench into the network that's there. For those of you all who are joining us for the first time wondering what in the world is this that's going on here, here's Admax to give you the lowdown on the information.
Okay, everybody is fighting off to get a chance to get that 100,000 USD, not ringgit, USD prize pool. So we are actually in the qualifiers for the teams to determine the teams that would actually be playing in the league. You know, out of 512, 512, right now is now the top 8. The top 8. I mean, the top 4. Sorry,
it is in fact the top 4. So we've already had the first semi-final where we saw one team already qualify and made themselves into the league. This is the second semi-finals of this qualifier, where the winner of this best of 3 series will qualify as the second spot to go into the league. So and what we have right now is
they went for the pick and bans. AoD is going to be on blue, TeamSaiyan is going to be on red. And who will be banned first? The usual bans: Grok, Kagura, Onslaught. Oh, speaking of Kagura, Kagura has been banned out as the first ban. And TeamSaiyan can go for that 100% ban rate Lancelot, where maybe forcing AoD. No, they go for the Digger ban. Okay, Digger been used in the previous game where MYA lost towards Mystic Burden. Again, Archive, one of the popular bands as well, surprisingly be banned out by AoD. And TeamSaiyan might want to ban out Lancelot, or because AoD is gonna be the one that first pick. Yep, Lancelot has been banned out, and right now Grok has risen in terms of pick value. Would AoD pick Grok in their composition? And they did with an instant lockdown.
So we have Grok already locked in, and this is pretty much the trend that we're seeing, and will be seeing for this patch anyhow. On the other side there, they can respond with, they are responding with the Saber pick. Chow is also left up and available, and we do have Aurora as well that can be picked up with this rotation, should they wish to go for it. Unfortunately, with Hawkeye not being here, we're not going to see a Johnson pick as well. As we continue to wait, Chow will be the one that will get locked in. So fairly standard, strong
as
picks.
as Saber for TeamSaiyan, the Chow and Saber combo, the one that was created. I think it was created, if I'm not mistaken, by TeamSaiyan, the Chow and Saber combo.
Yeah, so quite immediately, Hilda and Aurora now being picked up in response. So we have, you know, the Ice Rock combination that's going quite devastating, as well as with Hilda, the amount of, you know, burst as well as the amount of charge that she brings in, the mobility is going to be quite key. How will they respond to this on the other side? Ethereal being hovered over here, I do like this. Does provide a little bit of soft crowd control as well as a lot of damage.
Ethereal and Gatot Kacha.
In fact, Gatot Kacha locking in, I do like this a lot. So this is heavy into the taunt. This is also the heavy team fight engage. The additional knock-up into the air that's there. We're going through a massive randomizer at this point. Raphael are being hovered here. Their AoD is saying if you want to go in for a team fight composition, Raphael is going to be really good with the ultimate being, you know, active there, as well as the heal coming out to the team members.
Plus with, oh no, we go for the locked in Yi Shushin.
Pretty much the same thing as what I said about Raphael, but instead of healing, it's about the damage here. Having multiple people stack on top of each other as the ultimate does get used will be beneficial. And Roger here for the versatile marksman.
Most likely Roger will be put in the jungle with Retribution as the spell. So I think what's left for TeamSaiyan right now is for a mage to actually balance it out. Or if they think they are confident enough, they might go for another fighter.
No, it's definitely going to be a mage here. Harley definitely a good pick here, versatile in the sense of with the mobility. So we see here both Ethereal and Harley, the main damage dealers, the most sustained damage dealers coming across for the team, will be quite useful for them in being able to avoid the traps that are being set up here with Grok and Aurora.
Petrified by Grok as well as Hilda, Flicker for Aurora, Retribution for both Yishushin and Roger, Harley, Saber, as well as Irdal is gonna go for Retribution as well. Flicker for Chow and Gatot Kacha.
Yeah, so here we have it once again. It's going to be TeamSaiyan versus AoD. This is the second semifinals, game 1. We potentially have up to 3 games to go. And just before we go, this is the qualifiers for the MLBB Professional League, the MPL.
And the game has started.
5 seconds till the enemy
Would
reaches
AoD go for aggressive approach, or would they be a little bit more defensive on their side?
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
And Gatot Kacha moving along, almost meeting with the Grok. Finally meet with the Grok, one punch to the Rock punching back onto the Gatot Kacha. In the middle of the fray, Gatot Kacha has been slowed down slightly, but due to the tanky properties of Gatot Kacha, it's nothing but a bite in the hand. A mosquito bite in the hand.
So we are seeing one of two things happening here. That there's a lot of priority up top because Turtle is there. However, they also are putting a lot of their tanks up in the top lane. A lot of their CC controls. We have Aurora here as well as Grok going up against Chow. Nice wall, but to very little effect. That's been placed there. So a quick damage going to go onto the turret for now, and in the bottom lane as well, just to create the additional pushback is there. However, Harley and Saber going to be there, both with buffs.
Yes, both of them share the same buff, and that fast level 4 by Yi Shushin. Spamming it out.
That fast level 4 will stop most of the other teams from reaching the point. Yes, most of them are level 2 with Saber and Harley already being level 4 because they have been within the jungle. So giving an advantage to the bottom side of the map as they go in and help the rest of the other team.
TeamSaiyan penjahat and Rush might go for the dive on towards the Roger. They both have ult.
No, they won't go in for the rush. They're going just really to proxy the wave, to clear the wave.
Yeah,
and with the other team members coming down, perhaps it might
this is the dive I was saying about Saber coming in with Iradal providing the damage, and first blood has been taken up by Saber. Saber now hits in the pitch. Nice wall there by the Grok on the side. Yushin doing all the damage, but it looks like Yushin has bite it back, has been beaten back, but luckily running away with a slit of health. Grok right now with the Harley's burst it out. Oh, that ulti by Yushin taken down Saber. That's a very sneaky ult and a very smart one as well.
Yes, I mean, so this is one of the things where you can't overextend. You always will get punished if that does happen. So it's always going to be a conscious effort not to do so. And also later, once we do have more mobility, the impact's going to get dropped off.
So now we're on a little bit a slight level pegging in this game, but there's a small advantage towards TeamSaiyan in terms of goal advantage. 1,000 gold in the first 3 minutes of the game.
So they are 1,000 gold into the lead. We also see that they are being smart and pushing out the bottom wave here. Make sure it's crashing into the wave, crashing into the tower so that it has to get response. It's pretty much what's going on with the top as well. Turtle is there, however, nobody feels as if they have the right enough advantage to start crushing it and making a call for it.
And it looks like a mid lane. Yushin just got a kill again on towards the Saber. We didn't get it much on our camera, but I think he was kited out very well by Yushin. And oh, Choi, you gotta be careful. You almost got a nice one, and here comes the Hilda with the slam to the face. Harley has been taken down. Gotta catch your ult in. Try to get that Grok. Grok runner has been slowed down thanks to us. The Iradel, and Iradel just got a kill on that rock. And right now the scoreboard changed to 2-3 and 2 in favor of Team AoD.
I mean, it was a really massive fight out there. Grok clearly moving to a territory which he shouldn't, but at the same time, we did see Harley trying to, push the backline away by having the presence there, but unfortunately being sandwiched ultimately and being a casualty of that.
Everybody's playing back a little bit more calmer this time. Chaw was maybe trying to take aim on towards the turtle, but has been found out by Hilda, who was nearby. And bottom lane, there's no defenders just yet, but Yushin as well as Grok try to push in something on bot lane. Ult by the Saber, knock up by the Grok, but there's no damage whatsoever by the Grok to actually take down the Saber.
Here we also are seeing Shaw coming in from the side here, just doing his duty to clear out the wave. Gacha bouncing between back and forth. With his ultimate, he is able to cover 2 lanes. He does spot out Hilda, however, 2 tanks fighting together adds up to nothing. Bottom lane on the other hand.
And the kill on the Grok in a blink of an eye was given towards the Harley. And it looks like TeamSaiyan are actually again getting back the advantage that they had in the early game right now on the mid lane. Hilda trying to slow down towards the Chaw, getting up the stacks, actually run away from the fray being put down by AoD.
I mean, a good job here. AoD is trying to find the taunt along the way. The taunt will not unfortunately connect. On the other side, there a little bit of a disappointment because that can translate into a kill. Aurora has to flicker away. The wall does come out. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to call you. Yushin now is under attack on the other side.
Okay. Almost.
Our turret is under attack.
Well, they tried to damage the Grok, but it's a rock.
That is true. So Grok's not exactly the target looking for here. Hilda now meeting up on the other end. Just go a little bit further in. Will get sandwiched away, but the rest of the team is here. Aurora is primed and ready to be doing it. In fact, the taunt does come out. The ultimate from Yushin is coming out, but will not connect. The freeze does not come through, and Gacha will be able to run completely away back into it. So that was a really good whiff out for him as well. Unfortunately, Chow here in a lot of trouble here. They need to be really cautious about this. Back up top, we are seeing here that Rock, no matter how tough he is not going to have that much magic resist. However, Harley is in the field with everybody else. Will have to be will be forced to use the hat away.
Yep.
Lord does get proc.
But I think Harley would.
Hat comes up again. It looks like he might be able to escape. No, in fact, Yushishin does bring him down.
That was a good effort from Harley to actually run away from team members of AoD, jumping through the wall for, on the first attempt, hatting it out. But because Hilda, who can actually charge in and slow you down with Aurora with the Ice Blast together with Yushishin coming in on the side, Harley is having a hard time to run away. He tried to go for another one, heads off to the front, but Yushishin and Hilda is already there nearby.
Rock going in.
Rock going in. Oh.
Brought down to already 70% of his health, removed away really quickly. Hilda on the other side here now finding Gacha again. It looks like there will be depending Doom Dead is coming out. A lot of team members are congregating around the middle. They want to go in for this fight. In fact, Chow does come in. Unfortunately, does not find the connection that he's looking for. Does he level in?
Gacha coming over for the dive. The tower has been taken down. It looks like just a fight. Saber has been taken down. Taken down Aurora. Next thing you know, they'll take down Hilda. The two tankers has been taken down as well. Grok with the Saber. Yushishin got a kill for himself. However, Yushishin has been killed by the Harley. Here comes the Roger trying to kill something. But Gacha being the tanky that he is. This is a wipeout by TeamSaiyan, and they are maybe capable of not enough minions to actually push down mid lane.
They're just waiting for the next wave to come up here, and they should be able to do it.
Now
Material is just well and fine, and truly enough, Harley is going all the way up to the top lane as well, so they're hoping to capitalize onto two different waves that be crashing in. Gacha moving towards the bottom side as well, so that he can clear up the waves that's there. Harley should get his tower pretty much for free.
Yep, and there's not much answer from
Grok is coming in.
Grok.
It could be just enough to dissuade him. In fact, it is just that enough. But it looks like it could be collapsing. The hat away will manage to save his skin this time around.
Looks like Harley still sticking around on the top lane, trying to get the grab. The wall executed a little bit too early to actually block Harley. Saber now is in a pinch. We found by Hilda. Yushishin on the side. Oh, nice block there by Grok, preventing Hilda from coming in.
Unfortunately, Chow not in the right spot. Ethereal does come in. The slow will come out. Now, this could spell the end for Hilda already. However, the freeze does come through. Chow's a little bit caught out at this point.
Oh, nice flicker. But Chow, oh no, it's Saber. Oh, you ordered to the Roger, and Hilda just got a kill on towards the Roger. However, Hilda running low has been taken out by the Harley. The next thing you know, Grok, double kill on the marksman by TeamSaiyan. Triple kill. You might see a Maniac, yep, Maniac by the Hilda. However, because of the tower hits on towards the marksman of TeamSaiyan, Yushishin of AoD just got a kill on Hilda.
This is going to be a very quick blue that's being taken away, and then they're going to hit straight to Lord. They have enough damage, and while all this is being done, the waves also push into their favor. So we are seeing that at the 10-minute mark here, TeamSaiyan really the driver's seat in such huge control of the game and the pace of the game as well. 8,000 goal lead heavily into their favor. Not only about the 8,000 goal lead, it's also about the level lead that they have because of experience.
63 in terms of kill. They have the lot, and they have 5 towers as well. How would AoD come back here? I think just persevere and hope for a miracle. TeamSaiyan is way in front, and still running around. AoD trying to catch anybody in the jungle. Looking for buff. Buff has been stolen up.
So we have Lord now at mid. We have the escorts. The engage does come in. We are finding the catch out here.
Gacha coming, nicely done.
But will they be able to have enough of the team members that's there? So we are seeing one kill. Ethereal coming up with a second kill here. Grok a little bit falling behind. Hilda as well, really low on the other end. Harley will be able to go in now.
Yushishin's left.
It looks like they will be taken completely away. Gacha is still there. It is going to be a wipeout. Really clear. We have Lord is coming, and this is going to be a very, very quick game one that's moving towards TeamSaiyan's side here. Really good job for them.
11 minutes 40 something second game. A very fast paced game has been played by TeamSaiyan.
11 minutes and 37 seconds.
It's even much earlier by a few seconds from my assumptions.
Indeed, I mean, really quick game coming up from them. We're gonna just have a very quick look at the score screen that's there. So we have, Fredo on the Ethereal really doing a lot of work, 10.7 KDA there with 9,000 gold that's left out. We also see Harley being able to do a lot of additional work that's there, 8.7 on his KDA score. On the other side, Yi Shunshin picking up, the stragglers as they were leaving the fight, as well as being able to land some of the more important kills that had kept them into the game.
But sadly, Roger did not actually be available much most of the time. Maybe that's one of the factors of AoD not being able to clinch of what TeamSaiyan has put on to them. Just maybe he came in a little bit.
It felt a little bit like a blow away in a sense where they were holding on for their dear lives to the game because the pace was completely dictated by TeamSaiyan here. And they left no room and opportunity for anybody else to say otherwise. So it's not that they couldn't even stabilize the game. They were playing a completely different game at that stage.
Basically, a completely different level of gameplay.
Yes, I agree with it. A completely different level of the gameplay that's there, and it's a little bit worrisome because as they move into the next game, what can they improve? But before we move into the next game, let's have a quick word about what this is and from our sponsors.
Yeah, alright, this is Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League, MPL for short. It's brought to you by Astro, EGG Network, as well as Muntun themselves, okay? This is a professional league for Mobile Legends player, first of its kind for mobile games, and the prize pool, here it is, 100,000 ringgit, USD, man, the greens.
Right, so we are going to go into a short break, but when we do come back, we are going to go into the next section, which will be the second game of the second series. When we do come back at that point, we're going to get back into the action with lots of things lined up for you. So do stay tuned. This is me, Sudo,
and I'm Mats,
and we'll be back.
Bye bye.
我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂的 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉。 是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂的 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。
Bye
在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？Cepat lah register. Ingat legend tu ada S.
Hello and welcome back to Mobile Legends Professional League, brought to you by Astro, EGG Network, as well as Moontoon. You're still here with me, Admats, as well as Mr. Sudo.
Hello!
Hello. And we're going to be on the second round best of 3 of TeamSaiyan against AoD, where TeamSaiyan just got the first round, AoD yet to break the egg.
I mean, it was a pretty quick match coming through for TeamSaiyan. It's pretty much what was expected as well, coming in for them. And we're going to be jumping right into the ban and pick phases. On this time, the blue side, TeamSaiyan,
is banished.
Instantly banning out that digger.
Yeah, and on the red side here, we have AoD still deciding on what their first ban is going to be.
Okay, again, same bans as the previous round. TeamSaiyan's gonna ban out Kagura this time. Oh, they're gonna ban Lancelot.
I think they're going to be removing the very quick Lancelot away here. However, they can also leave it open and force AoD to ban it away, or else they could pick it up themselves.
Yep.
So it's a little bit cautious here to see what will happen. I'm curious to see if 9 of the 4 top bans get banned. So Saber's going to get removed here. Which just leaves Kagura open, which leaves Lancelot open if it's not banned. So Lancelot's going to get removed, and TeamSaiyan should instant pick up
Kagura or Grok.
Kagura.
Or Grok. Either way, it's still good, but Kagura is the pick for TeamSaiyan.
Yeah.
Waiting for the lock-in. Oh, would they change it last minute? Yep, the lock-in has been locked. Penjahat has locked in Kagura for TeamSaiyan.
We also are seeing now that most likely Grok's going to be the next one up in pick. We also can see that Chow will most likely be the next one for them. These are the highly contested picks that can be coming in that have significant impact into the game.
Grok has been locked in by AoD again, predicted well by Pseudo. Chaw will be the second one to be picked on Team AoD.
Right, so pretty solid lineup for them thus far. So now we're going to be seeing the 2 other picks that's going to be coming up by TeamSaiyan here. If history is any repeat, it looks like they will be picking up their marksman here. But Aurora, of course, already being removed away. They don't want to be giving that over to AoD. Her pick potential with her freeze ability is definitely there. In fact, it's going to be Karina that can lock in here. So we look at heavy ganks, high ambush, and high impact games.
Yeah, assassin for TeamSaiyan. Right now, for AoD, they go for a marksman fighters pick. They are going for an Iredale pick. And would they pick a fighter? Would they pick a mage? Yeah, you have to find out. I think the best thing to put here is maybe, this is my assumption, Freya. Put here as well.
I'm not sure if the Freya's going to come in. Rafaela seems like better to run in the team composition
going for a support.
it's also putting in one of the CC abilities to be thrown in.
Oh, Johnson.
So we have Ruby. So we're looking at really fast games here with Ruby being put in. There's a lot of high potential. So we as well have still Johnson here. So although we don't have Hawkeye playing at this point, maybe it's been rubbed off well enough. Johnson as well going to be picked up here. One of the signatures of TeamSaiyan. Hayabusa now being hovered across. Not quite sure this actually rounds out the composition in particular because it doesn't necessarily address Ruby or Kagura especially with that pick. So they're still thinking about it. In fact, it is going to be Natalia, not quite locked in. In fact, it is locked in right now. We saw really good Natalia game coming in from the first semi-finals.
Mystic Burden very well on that Natalia.
But there also was paired up with the Freya, so double annoyance here. We don't really see another annoying split pusher along the side. If they had Zilong instead of Chow, that might be creating the same sort of dynamic. We don't quite have that this time around, but what we do have on the type of TeamSaiyan here is really strong lineup, very standard to what they have out here, and I'm looking forward to see how well they execute this. The Ruby pick is definitely something we're going to be looking at here to see how much of impact Ruby can bring.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be interesting because we are most likely going to be seeing Fredo together with Johnson being brought across the map, while Ruby does have the engages.
Yeah, but sorry for my throat. Let me adjust it for a while.
There we are. Good and well.
Yeah. All right. Now the match has started. TeamSaiyan in blue, Team AoD on the red. Ruby and Johnson. We see another Uber driver riding around the map. We will never know. Grok and Natalia, two very good picks for Team AoD. With Shaw and Adele on the side, Rafael as a support.
Oh, they need to be careful about this. They already are spotted and they have 4 members here that could potentially collapse on them.
They're going in for the kill. Oh, it looks like in the middle of the fray, Karina is in trouble. A few more hits to actually be executed here, and the first blood has been taken down by Grok on top side of the map.
Instantly, the retaliation does come through where Kagura here, Kagura, Johnson, and Aurora went in, did steal up the buff as well. So what you see, even though the one kill did go across, the goal difference has become to the same. Kagura caught out now.
Oh, flickering in. Oh my gosh, what happened
Using
to my
flicker
tongue?
to move all the way back to the back line.
I see.
We are seeing that Johnson as well. So we are seeing that turtles on the bottom side of the map. So we're gonna have to see the trio queue come out here. Rafaela, the support Chow as well as Grok here. And up top we already are seeing that the wonderful side of Karina is there.
Yeah, TeamSaiyan going for the 2-1-2 composition, where Karina as well as Ruby is going to be at top, trying to find off with Natalia mid lane. Kagura for TeamSaiyan, Iredel for Team AoD. Tri-lane bot AoD as mentioned by Pseudo, Johnson and Aurora for TeamSaiyan. 2-1-2, 1-1-3. And looks like Karina going for the proxy to maybe avoid Natalia.
But just to make sure that the lane is constantly pushing, because this forces Natalia to reveal herself, which makes it a little bit easier to deal with her. We are seeing Fredo go in here to Rafaela. The level 2 versus level 5 is quite staggering.
Oh, here comes
coming all the way on the other end there. Not really finding his target, but jumping all the way at the end with Aurora. This is just going to signal Karina to already be starting off. The turtle, I doubt there's going to be much of an engage going here. They are a little bit behind. Chow does come in, does have the kick up.
The pull! And the Aurora, the double kill by the Karina, and Johnson taking a kill for himself as well on that Grok. That nice pull by the Ruby that started it all with Aurora freezing 2 members of AoD. We just the first again, the freeze.
Does come out. Unfortunately, still under tower. Will the final last hit. The recognition does come across. But Natalia now back up into the top lane, will not be able to get much, not exactly the fastest pusher. Still, the Grok wall is really good. The freeze does come across here. Ruby needs to get out of the way. Does flicker through. Kagura is coming in from the side as well. Will be able to do this. Ruby will go down in the end, but now the return kill maybe from Kagura, no, that will signal the very end of it. But at the same time, Natalia back up top, still pushing. Johnson does make his entrance.
With the Penjahat aka Karina gets another kill thanks to Johnson. Transportation delivery to the top lane. Natalia died instantly in front of the tower.
I mean, the package delivery here of Karina was really good because now you have instead of your tower being siege, you already are pushing out onto the enemy's turret, and you should be able to take this with relative ease. What a quick turnaround from being on the side of TeamSaiyan.
And TeamSaiyan just got the tower on the top side of the map.
So continuing this as well, we see at the bottom side there's pressure that's being created here. Aurora is managing to defend the tower just a little bit, and this is going to signal Grok as well as Shaw to escape and move away from this. Turtle is coming up in 35 seconds.
Yes. So right now, Saiyan is doing very well in the early games. I think Karina got 4 kills. Yep, you see? Yep,
Joe does come in, does find Ruby. Will Ruby come through? No, the pull does not as well. Sally just barely missing.
Inches away for catching that Johnson. And here comes the delivery from the Johnson. Nice ice block freeze by the Aurora. Rafael has been knocked out by Johnson. Next thing you know, Karina getting the 5th kill on towards the Chow. Grok is in trouble. Double kill by the Karina. That assassin. Would they go for the dive for the Idadel? Nope. However, Natalia traded off a little bit by taking off that top tower. However, the trade still goes better on towards TeamSaiyan as they go for that turtle.
It looks like, let's see the sneaky play come through on Natalia's side here, hoping to maybe assassinate or to pick up somebody else. Ruby does spot. No, in fact, this will be the backup here. So the turtle has been taken as well here. Now, and we also are seeing at the same time Kagura applying pressure onto the bottom side here. Will be already beginning to win it down the tower. Response coming in from the side of Rafaela and Chow here, but still not quite quick enough. The tower will go down before first.
Oh, nice.
Flicker there. Will the flicker come through as well? The push just come out, but it looks like it will not be enough. The push just come out.
Oh.
Just pull in Rafaela.
Nice off by the Aurora, freezing 2 members off. The AoD Rafael has been taken down by the Ruby. Johnson just took now Natalia on the top side. Chow just got a kill finally on towards the Ruby. Here comes Kagura. One to one. Idada has been taken down. Grok is left alone. Double kill by the Karina. And that's the wipeout from TeamSaiyan.
I mean, 30-4, really staggering this point. 8,000 goal lead. They're going to be able to push this down with the creep wave into one of the base towers. At the same time, we also are seeing Karina on the other side here will be able to just push down the outer turret as well. So, really good job, I think, being able to capitalize on this. I mean, Ruby's pullback as well as Aurora's freeze was really key into that fight.
But the freeze saved Kagura. Ruby maybe overextended just to the front.
I think they definitely saw the play, they went in for it, and this is like the no risk, no reward, and that was a bit of a risky play, and they came out with a wipeout, they came out with such a big advantage across the map here, the bottom side completely barren of resources, all completely taken away by TeamSaiyan.
Just look at that Karina 8-2-4. I wonder what item did he make. Let's see what item he made. Let's see where's Karina. Oh. Okay. Quite good items there. Bringing in as well as the lamp item. He took the wall instead by the Aurora. Nicely done. Karina just got a monster kill, double kill again now. This is the end of AoD. Karina is everywhere. Triple kill. We see a savage coming here. Karina wants to go for the maniac. Did not manage to go for the Rafaela. And
this is going to be a methodical push here. We are seeing up top here Johnson in as well.
Johnson.
A little bit too far away, but then again nobody's going to be there. A little bit of a sacrificial. Fredo making his presence known.
Johnson.
They will be able to just pick up the tower here, and that should be fine. Johnson teleport all the way back. Tower does get removed. Wall does come up on machine. No,
would be nice pull there. And he comes to with the small screen, but could actually hop out. Grok. Last hit. Grok finally legendary on towards the Karina. Chum just evaded that up from the Aurora. Karina came out. Nice place there. And pull on the other legendary again. by the Karina. Oh my god, this is a massacre.
I mean, that's the 13th kill already here. Looks like the next freeze is going to come out. The third, the fourth, the fifth freeze. The Ruby has already managed to bring down the kill here. Will they be able to end the game? Not quite yet. They're really low.
Oh, nice freeze again.
It looks like they will be able to land out the game here. Just hit the base, and in fact, that will be it. That will be the second game that's coming through.
Oh
it's
my
ended Johnson by the side. Coming in Aurora, get another kill, and that will be it. TeamSaiyan, very, very quick game coming through from them. Really good job. Victory, all and rightfully deserved towards them.
In reaching the end game, TeamSaiyan cleaning up everything bit by bit, one by one. The heroes, the towers, the base. Oh my god, that was so clean that I think
the acceleration, amazing.
Yes.
I mean, this game, let's just have a quick look at the score screen here, where we have 23 kills to 5. The time is 8 minutes and 19 seconds. Wow.
Wow, that's
8
a
minutes
very
and
fast
19
game.
seconds. That was like the fastest game we've seen thus far, and it really doesn't get that much faster than this. We have, you know, double legendary coming out here for Menjahat, although, you know, coming into substitute, it was still really good. So what's going to happen is that we are going to go on to another break, but when we return, we are going to have the third place match. And this time we're going to see once again AoD go up against
Mysterious Assassin, who just lost against Mystic. Mystic, what do you call it? Mystic.
But it doesn't matter.
MCB.
It's going to be Mysterious Assassins going up against AoD. Both of them have suffered a loss today already, and so we're going to be seeing if they can rally.
Mystic Burden. Now I remember.
Burden.
Yes.
That's that. So we're going to be seeing that, and that's going to be at 6:15.
And again, Mobile Legends Pro League MPL is brought to you by Astro, EGG Network, and as well as Moontune. We're gonna see you guys later. I'm at Mats.
And this is Sudo. We'll be back at 6:15, so go take a break, because when we come back, the action's gonna be hot, hot, hot.
Yes.
我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂你 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂你 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。